I'm Wafflestick, and welcome back to my Minecraft survival series here on the WayStone server. We are currently on Season 2, Episode 26. And before we begin today's episode, I want to say a huge welcome to a member on the WayStone. We have a new member. JDOS has joined us here on the server, and he has began building things, and it's very beautiful what he has done so far. I will be leaving a link to his channel down in the description below. He does a lot of live streams. He thinks he's going to do some videos, not absolutely sure on that. But we're over here at the village that I had done in my live stream. And if you weren't there, then I will catch you up real quick. We had come over here, stated that we're going to be doing the Redstone Village, which is going to be a whole village dedicated to farms, involving villagers and doing things like that. I thought that would be a cool thing to work on. Chug and Crafter, a person on a server I used to play on, the Way of the Miner, he had done a village and it was packed with redstone. Of course, I'm not going to get necessarily that far into it because he has done an incredible amount of work. It's his main base, so I'm just going to do a simple one, but we're going to make it look pretty. I want to redesign these. I want to redesign the huts and try to make this place siege-proof, which is going to include me building a wall. So I've got to work on this. A bunch of subscribers had come together in the live stream and helped me build this. It took about 15-20 minutes, and must say it looks beautiful after some work on it. So I'm going to go ahead, continue this work. We'll see if we can make it look good and possibly have a mob-proof village. A full night without any mob attacks in our fortress. We have the wall up. It took about 5 or 6 hours. I just was sleeping, building, sleeping, gathering materials, and then sleeping again. Oh, that was one of the biggest projects that I think I've ever done on YouTube. But we do have a aggroed zombie here, so he is automatically aggroing to these villagers. There's one in here. I had blocked him up just in case because I wasn't sure if that was going to be an issue or not. We have torches absolutely everywhere to keep this place nice and clean of zombies. There was one that did get here, and that's when I put the blocks up. I was like, we should probably put those blocks up because I'm kind of scared that something might happen. But taking a look in here, I believe we still have all of our villagers. I think they got inside safely. If we were to just take a peek inside this window, I think we'll get a good idea of how many villagers we have left. Yeah, for some reason, these villagers have congregated into this building. So we only have one other villager, and I think he's a blacksmith. He's over here. I think he's in here. Yeah, there he is. He's kind of standing in the corner. But they had trapped themselves, which is convenient for us, so we can completely clear this area out, rebuild some homes. I'm going to count how many homes are here, try to terraform a little bit. It has just worked out great. This wall design, let me go outside real quick. Let me just show you what it looks like. It looks beautiful. And that's the great thing about this wall design. It works. It works all the way around. There's not a single block off. So it ended up matching all the way to the end, and we didn't have a single block that was off. It was crazy how that worked. But wow, I mean, just look how big this is. It gets a lot bigger over here. I mean, that took a lot of work. It was a lot of time. I went all the way down here, but then kept the birch here. I thought that was maybe a little bit more appropriate. If we were to go over here, I had just recently put in this birch planks, but there was a garden down here that we patched up, and also we have this big wall. If we go on the round, I got to fix this pathway because it's kind of weird being here. How far does this stretch? Okay, I was about to say to go all the way over the mountainside. But just look at that. Just take that in. How much work this was. I mean, holy cow. I did not expect to finish it before the next update. I was like, okay, let's do an update on it because we're halfway through, and I was like, nah, you know, I'm just going to keep going. Here it is, folks. The fortress wall and completely lit up village already. I'm going to go ahead, start working on some buildings in here. We probably need to work on a door next. Let me grab my redstone shulker box. The redstone, it's real. It's becoming a redstone village. We are down here below the doorway, which I still got to decorate. We need to make our way out of here. This is going to be a 2x2 flush door. I think that's going to look really cool right here. I put a couple levers here, and I had done the redstone down there, so if we were to do this... Okay, looks like it's flush. Very good. Oh no, we have done something totally wrong here. Well, we know it's the top block, so if we were to place these back like that, and then have our pistons like this... how should we fix this? Maybe we need to go up top. Let's try these on 2 ticks and see if that's going to fix it. I believe that would fix it. I don't think it's a big issue. Okay, that works. Okay, sweet. So it does work. It works after all this time, but I need to go ahead and replace that cobblestone fence right here. Now we have sort of the original design. Yeah, that's the original design. Except we don't have the red blocks over here. I don't think it'd matter if we did put a couple of red blocks there. Do that, and looks like I've already got it on this side. So we can keep our original design outside and still have this cool flush piston door. Of course, it's going to stick out a little bit, but I want it like that so I can indicate where to go in. It looks like I have left blocks everywhere. Awesome! We now have a nice entrance. Come on, piggies. How did you spawn up there anyway? That's strange. Come on, pig. Oh, the little tidbits of Minecraft every now and then. It's great. Yep, I noticed it. We needed to mend up this axe because it's very close to breaking. I think this is the closest I've ever got because if you didn't notice on stream, I usually go ahead and mend up my tools about halfway. It's kind of ridiculous how OCD I am about that. I just got lost in that project. So we're getting there. I have gotten to the point where things are getting just a slightly more complicated because we have this terrain here, which I'm not absolutely sure what I want to do with it. I mean, do I want to grab some of these carrots? Because I think I do, just in case. Maybe do some farms in here. But yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like, do I extend this so that it meets this wall over here? Or do we want to terraform it so that we can go downwards? I think that might be what I want to do. The only problem with that is this problem. We'll have to extend this down even more. But in the end, perhaps that is the best option. I just haven't decided yet. I think I'll go to bed, sleep on it, come back tomorrow, and see what I think about it, because, well, I'll be much more refreshed then. And I'm back. I am in the middle of doing something, which we'll be getting to here in a second, but I just wanted to note that I had moved from my old house to my new house. Finally, my setup is at my new home, and, well, we have just a little bit more reverb. I am going to get this fixed as soon as possible, but for now... we're stuck with some reverb because I have hardwood floors, there's nothing on the walls, and it just sounds very echoey in here, so I do apologize. We will try to get to that. It's just finding the materials to make it work. Oh, I shift-clicked out of the boat. Villager in the pen, we have finally got him in there. He should be safe and sound. We're going to go ahead and remove this building here and then finally decide, are we going to keep the hill or not? I had removed the fountain in the center right here just to give us some thinking room and what it could possibly look like. But if I do end up with going a single layer, which I think I will, I believe I'll only go down a few layers, nothing too crazy. But then we'll have to keep this because we've already built it. So theoretically, these villagers should start rushing to the doors. It's becoming nighttime and they've increased in speed. And once they do get to the doors over here, I can block them in. Come on, villagers, get scared because it's getting nighttime. You need to go in. It's getting late out. Hopefully they go in here. I believe they have enough space. They seem to be staying inside. So, okay, here he goes. Last villager? Last villager to go in? Sweet. Okay, so we can just go ahead and block them in so they won't get in our way. But if you hadn't noticed, I went ahead and cleared out the whole village. We now have flat terrain we can work with. So let's go ahead and give this a shot, see what we can do. Every so often, OBS will just say, hey, you don't have a microphone that works properly. And I had recorded a couple of clips doing some updates on the village, but we're pretty much in the smooth sailing segment of things. We have all of our ground relayed as the gray concrete. I had a bunch of this left over from my squid farm, and I had thought, let's go ahead and place it in here to give it that red-black fill. Because I wanted to go with red. I feel like the Redstone Village would be very red and somewhat evil genius kind of looking. So I thought maybe using some of this red nether brick with that would look good. Of course, I don't have a nether wart farm, so gathering these kind of blocks takes a little bit of time. I had managed to get a few nether warts from a fortress not too far, but we do have this design layout. So I had decided that we're going to have some rather large redstone village building right here and over there as well. I may do some kind of item sorter setup over here, but it's a little bit small for an item sorter setup. I haven't decided yet, but definitely doing buildings out here. And these are the little plots that the villagers are going to get. They're going to be like little buildings that I'm going to put in for the villagers. And I haven't really thought of a design yet. I was thinking maybe doing something along the lines of test tubes so that it kind of incorporates into some kind of story or some kind of lore depending on that. And I know Silk Architect had done a similar thing with this. I didn't really mean for this to happen, but we're just kind of doing the same thing, I guess. He has a way different lore than I do. But I just kind of ended up doing this, and I was like, at first, I was just going to keep a regular village. And I had decided maybe we should do a little bit of a story behind it. So maybe we could do like some test tubes for the smaller plots. I still haven't decided. I know there's going to be bigger buildings around here, but it'll come as it goes. It'll come as it goes. So we have finally got done with our redstone village. We needed to do a bunch of work. And well, all the work has paid off. We have a very nifty looking design. Two Canes is over here just kind of relaxing a little bit. But if we take a look, we have some redstone inspiration right here. We have the redstone block. It looks like Two Canes likes it. Thank you, Two Canes. And we have used some of the cobwebs for the industrial effect. If we were to come over here from this angle, it looks much better if we were to just go ahead and do F1 mode. It looks beautiful, but we also have some solid blocks in here. So like when the villagers do come in, they should be able to breed. Because the way breeding works is that sometimes the server will just check the population of this village. And they'll say, hey, your villager rate is lower than the amount of doors you have. So if you have a villager population less than 35% of the valid doors in your town, it will begin spawning depending on the valid doors. The valid doors being different blocks from inside and the outside, the 5 block difference. So if you have out here is considered an outdoor, like an outside block. So this is different than the inside because there's more space out here. And well, the sky determines that. So having solid blocks here is going to make this a valid home. And having 4 doors just increases the amount of villagers or how many villagers you'll have in the future. So it's definitely a cool thing. I'm so glad that we finally have this kind of a rolling. I'm going to go ahead, close it up, probably discontinue the project for today and pick back up on it some other episode because, well, we've got this area to work on, which could be some kind of mechanism that we do. And over here could be big buildings compared to the smaller ones that we have. So you may hear some cars in the background. I do apologize. I'm right next to the highway. At nighttime, it's a little bit more calm. But right now, it's quite an active street, so I do apologize if you hear that. We're over here in Spawn looking at some of the shops on the server because I had debated maybe perhaps we should go and take a look, see if anything's been updated. Now this is the Snapshot store by Frimp. He has a video of him building it. But he has some of the snapshot blocks in here, which is really cool. We've got his payment option here, and then it looks like we've got some concrete, which he has the white concrete powder. And he also has terracotta, so I believe it's 1 diamond per block. I think the red and black would look really good at the Redstone Village. I'm going to make sure that I have some diamonds. I believe I do put them in my ender chest. This is another shop ran by Aiden. I was thinking I had some in there. Oh no. That's not good. I guess I'll just have to go looking around, trying to find some diamonds because I wouldn't mind having some of those terracotta blocks. Alright, we're going to make this happen. I have the diamonds, so let's go in here and take, is it a stack for a diamond? Yes, okay. You know what? I will take, well, I cannot put diamonds in there. We'll take this stack, and I think I want this stack and also this stack. Yes, we're going to have a bunch of terracotta to work with. Going to clean this up for you a little bit, Frimp, so that you'll know, whoop, make it messier. So you'll know how much you need to put in. So we have 3 stacks, 1, 2, 3. That's all going to go into his little collection system down below. Very smart cat. That's cool. This is a llama. Yeah, rent a llama. What else do we have in this area? So here is this axe shop. I think we should just take a look and see if he's changed the prices on any. So he has some efficiency 4 diamonds for an iron axe. No, that's not iron. That's a stone axe. What are you talking about, Aiden? Okay, this place is a ripoff. I'm sorry, Aiden. Not gonna shop there. We also have a flower generator here in Spawn. So a lot of things have changed in Spawn, but I haven't done a shop except for WayStone Realty, and Pickle had left, so I don't know what to do with this. I think people should comment below. Should I continue this project, or should I abandon it and do some other shops? Because I want to do some other shops, even, you know, regardless if I do keep doing this or not. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We did get a lot done over at the village area, and I'm glad to finally start working on that project because I've been thinking about it for a few weeks now, just kind of mental noting it. So, guys, take care. We'll be seeing you in the next episode. Have a fantastic day.